Hey, thanks. It's great to be here. I came prepared for the Burr ride, and I think I'm overdressed. Is this the Burr ride? Oh, it's not. Okay, that's the problem. So the Hiawatha ride, and I've learned a lot about the Hiawatha. Did you guys know that Hiawatha was the name of the passenger railroad service that came through here? I just learned that. What I knew about Hiawatha, I learned in, I think it was a junior high. So I grew up in southeastern South Dakota, which was near Pipestone, Minnesota. And Pipestone, Minnesota has the Hiawatha Festival. So can anyone recite with me? On the shores of Gitche Gumee, on the shining big sea water, stood the wigwam of Nokomis, daughter of the moon Nokomis. And that's all I remember because that was 50-some years ago. But it's great to be in Perry. Above and Beyond Cancer is about elevating the lives of those touched by cancer to create a healthier world. And as a cancer doctor, I learned a lot going to college at South Dakota State. Go Jackrabbits. Medical school at Creighton University. Go Blue Jays! Blue Jays! Yeah. And I learned a lot, but I've learned so much more about life from my patients and their families. And the thing that I learned about life through the teacher cancer is that cancer can be a big bump. But it's how do you take a bump and use it as a springboard as opposed to a stopping point. And if you can use the bumps in the road of life as something to propel you, you will learn the secret to how to live an optimal life. Having a healthy, happy life is not having a bump-free life. That's absolutely not practical, and it would not be a content life to have a bump-free life. It's the bumps in the roads of life. It's the twists and turns that provide this human experience. How do you use a bump as a springboard, not a barrier? And that's what cancer survivors and their families have taught me. And it's, although about looking at life through the lens of cancer survivors, the lessons that you learn are applicable to all of us, whether your bump is cancer or heart disease or financial difficulties or relationship difficulties. It's how are the bumps springboards, and how do you live an optimal life? And living an optimal life is about taking care of your body, and there's nothing better than vigorous physical activity each and every day to live an optimal life. And this bike trail is part of that. How do you incorporate physical activity into your normal life? It's also about, mind, body, and spirit. It's about continuing your life with intellectual challenges, keeping your mind active. It's also about engaging in a community. And that's what Perry represents, and that's what this bike trail represents. This event today is to raise funds for the connector that will connect the Raccoon River Bike Trail, the Hiawatha Classic Bike Trail, to the High Trestle Trail. And the more that we get these communities connected, not only are we having an opportunity for providing ourselves a place to engage in vigorous physical activity, a place to engage in community and relationships, but we're also creating an economic force that will allow this whole area to benefit economically as well. So it's about optimal living, it's about mind, body, spirit, it's about coming together in a way that just enriches all of our lives. And that's what this bike ride is about, and I'm so happy to be here. I actually have a group of riders, but we are training Above and Beyond. Another thing you'll learn about me is Above and Beyond is about, if you don't reach above and beyond what you think you can do, you'll have no idea what you're capable of. So this group I'm riding with today, including cancer survivors, we're training for an Ironman, and we're doing the Ironman Boulder. So when I said, let's just incorporate this bike ride, but I told them it started at 9. So they decided they had to go back out to Dawson and come back again so they could get a few more miles. But they're going to be joining me, us, on the trail. And so is my friend, cancer survivor, Mary Laborde, who is is about above and beyond, and you as a community are fortunate to have her, because when she told me jump, I said how high I will be there. And thank you for inviting me. I look forward to riding with all of you. Let's have a great bike ride. Thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Deming. We appreciate your coming out. He's getting his bike ready, and while we're waiting for his group to come back, we are going to wait, but Chuck is going to send us off with a big boom, as usual, our traditional send-off. And if you plan to ride the longer distance to Jefferson, please go to the front of the pack and take off with Dr. Deming's group. So as soon as he fires the cannon, we'll get the ride started.
That's a real man! I thought it was a